Rhode Show kitchen, and well, look who's back. Alison Mumford is here. Ends and stems, we've got some Risotto Primavera on the menu today. You're here for a good reason, too, right? Not just because we really like having you here,
yes,
but you're here for a good reason.
It is Stop Food Waste Day.
Okay.
I know you all have that on your calendars.
Yes.
Big parties planned.
Right.
On Stop Food Waste Day, everyone opens their fridge and cooks whatever's in their drawer.
Now, there's actually two separate Stop Food Waste Days, right?
The date's a little fuzzy.
Wonky.
It's the thought that counts for this holiday. So you can celebrate when it's convenient for you.
Got it.
Which is what reducing food waste is all about.
Absolutely.
Cook what's in your fridge when it's convenient for you.
And you got a lot of good stuff, so tell us what we're going to make and what we need.
We're going to make a Risotto Primavera. So I have a few back pocket dishes that are like my go-to use up your fridge ingredients, and risotto is one of them.
Got it.
So the base is always the same, and then you can add whichever beautiful farmer's market or grocery store or spring veggies that you have in your fridge.
Okay.
Because you just steam them or roast them and then add them to the nearly complete risotto.
Okay, and today, what do we have here today?
I have green peas and asparagus, which is fresh and local, and it's in the market.
Right.
Asparagus actually has a really short season, even though you see it year-round. I also have some cherry tomatoes and yellow squash, and one of my favorites is cauliflower as well.
Yeah, I like cauliflower too.
Yeah,
I really do.
it's
I
really
put that
good.
in anything.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk with Alison because Alison has a budding TikTok career.
That's right. And you'll see this on there.
Yes, that really has like kicked off, and you can get some great recipes on there. You can ask questions on there. It's a lot of fun stuff. So we'll put this together. I mean, everything that you have here, I really do love, and we'll.
It's a super delicious one.
And we'll talk about your place and how we don't want to waste any more food. Not good for you. Back to you.
We are back at the Rhode Show kitchen this morning with Chef Alison from Ends and Stems making a risotto with some veggies that you may be thinking of throwing away. We don't want you to do that.
Right.
Save the scraps, save the extras, make the most use out of everything, making as little waste as possible.
Exactly. You've paid for it, so it's already in your fridge. Food is expensive, and it's really good for the planet to not put food in our trash cans. So I have a few, I mentioned in the teaser before that I have a few back pocket recipes that are great for just using up what you have.
Okay.
And this is one of them. Risotto, I think, gets a rap for being challenging, or like you need to stand here and stir it for, 45 minutes. You can really walk away from it. It's okay.
But I'm going to show you revisit it. Just keep checking back in on it.
I'm going to show you a few tricks. So this is the very beginning and the first important step. You have to toast the rice.
Okay.
And you'll start to see it get clear on the edges.
All right.
And then you're going to add either wine, or I actually have a combination of vinegar and lemon juice because I didn't have any white wine to use.
All
But
right.
a great use for leftover wine.
Yeah.
Then you let that simmer in. And then you have hot stock. It has to be boiling. And we did an episode in the What's in Your Fridge series where we made stock. So this is a great use for your vegetable scraps or your chicken bones.
You're double downing on
Exactly. And then you just start adding a few ladlefuls at a time. And what makes risotto creamy and delicious is not cream or dairy. That's cheating. It's actually the starches in the rice. And when you make it, you kind of stir the rice together. And when you agitate those grains, it makes the liquid all starchy, and that's what makes it really creamy and amazing.
Wow.
So you can leave this. You can leave for 5 minutes, come back, and then as that liquid evaporates, you just keep adding more liquid.
More and more and more
And
until we get
eventually,
this.
you have this kind of version. You can see that creamy background in there, and there's no dairy in here. I did start with a little butter because I kind of can't resist, but that's optional.
Kind of looks like an oatmeal consistency there. A little loose, but hanging on together.
Exactly, and you can kind of pull it away, and you'll see that it slowly falls back in on itself.
Okay.
So the second challenging or potentially scary part about risotto is when is it done?
Yeah.
And the easiest way is just to take a bite, and if it tastes good, if it's not crunchy, then it's done.
Then you did it.
And you'll get better the more that you make it. So in this one, we're doing spring veggies, and this is sort of just what I had in the fridge. I always have cauliflower, and we use some asparagus. I had frozen peas, and I steamed these first, so they go in at the very end. And then I also had some cherry tomatoes, which are not in season, so they don't taste great. And I just poached these in a little bit of olive oil, and you can put them in here. That just concentrates their flavors. It makes them a little bit juicier. And that olive oil tastes great in there as well. And by the way, I would save that and use it for something else.
Well, there you go. Yes, you're not letting anything go to waste. You never do. This is a creative way to rework the leftovers, too. Even if you're already planning on eating them, It's not
Yes.
reheating them and having them in the exact same way. You can just rework them this way.
If you had cooked chicken or steak or even pork, you could add
Throw
that
it
on
in.
top or shred it up and put the pieces in there.
Perfect.
And then to finish it, finally, you would taste it for salt and pepper. I do a little dollop of butter, but you could keep it without the butter if you wanted to. And then Parmesan cheese.
What?
And I do Parmesan right over the top. And because this is a spring Primavera, I might do another splash of lemon. But, you know, again, that's kind of just up to your preference.
Right.
And then we just close this. You turn off the heat.
Okay.
And close this for like 4 or 5 minutes.
You didn't even stir in the cheese or the butter
No.
yet. Just let it go.
Sits on the top. Close it, and then come back. And now we'll speed ahead. But then
All right.
it'll be melted, and you stir it in, and that just finishes up your really delicious sauce.
What a great dish. And we can get plenty of other tips and things for you. Will was mentioning you're on TikTok, and you
Yep.
said it's easier
Lots
than
of
you
tips.
thought. I
It's
give you a
easy,
lot of
it's
credit
fun.
because I thought, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can take on another thing. But it's easy.
It's easy, and it's fun, and we can do a whole variety of tips and tricks and conversations about food waste and, you know, individual actions you can take at home to act for climate change, you know, protect the future for our kids. So that's kind of my platform, and it's a great place to talk about it.
Yeah, and we just had Earth Day pass us as
Yep.
well, so I think it's on the top of a lot of people's
Today
minds.
is Stop Food Waste Day.
There you go.
Maybe, or
was it
yesterday.
yesterday? It doesn't matter. Maybe you should implement it every day.
Every
There
day
you
is
go.
Stop Food Waste Day. I like it. So I'm just going to finish this with some fresh spring herbs. I had
Okay.
some green onions and some basil,
Nice.
but parsley, chives, whatever you have, and stir those in.
Perfect.
And this is
so,
delicious.
yeah, and it's bright and vibrant. It really jazzes up our typical maybe side of risotto or base
Right.
risotto that
Even
we're
a
used
whole,
to.
I would just enjoy a whole big bowl of this and call it dinner.
Sounds good
Yeah.
to me. And then you can just have it again the next day and the next day. Just keep eating it. It's a great one. Allison, thank you so
Exactly.
much. If you want this recipe, go to rhodeshow.com.